Tom White was one of the best drivers of a closed carriage on the Bath Road. Tom was the son of an honest labourer at a little village in Wiltshire. He was an active, industrious boy, and as soon as he was old enough he left his father, who was burdened with a numerous family, and went to live with Farmer Hodges, a sober, worthy man in the same village. He drove the wagon all the week, and on Sundays, though he was now grown up, the farmer required him to attend the Sunday school, carried on under the inspection of Dr. Shepherd, the pastor, and always made him read his Bible in the evening after he had fed his cattle, and would have turned him out of his service if he had ever gone to the tavern for his own pleasure. Tom, by carrying some wagon loads of firewood to the Bear Inn at Devizes, made many acquaintances in the stable yard. He soon learned to compare his own servant's coat and shoes, thick set with nails, with the smart red jacket and tight boots of the postboys. A postboy was a boy who rode on the nearest horse which pulled the carriages in England many years ago, and grew ashamed of his own homely dress. He was resolved to drive a carriage, to get money, and to see the world. Foolish fellow! He never considered that though it is true a wagoner works hard all day, yet he gets a quiet evening at home, and undisturbed rest at night. However, as there must be carriage boys as well as ploughboys, there was no great harm in the change. The evil company to which it exposed him was the chief mischief. He left Farmer Hodges, though not without sorrow at quitting so kind a master, and got himself hired at the Black Bear. Notwithstanding the temptations to which he was now exposed, Tom's good education stood by him for some time. At first he was frightened to hear the oaths and wicked words which are too often uttered in a stable-yard. However, though he thought it very wrong, he had not the courage to reprove it. And the next step to being easy at seeing others sin is to sin ourselves. By degrees he began to think it manly, and a mark of spirit in others to swear. Though the force of good habits was so strong, that at first when he ventured to swear himself, it was with fear and in a low voice. But he was soon laughed out of his sheepishness, as they called it, and though he never became so profane and blasphemous as some of his companions, for he never swore in cold blood, or in mirth as so many do, yet he would too often use a dreadful bad word when he was angry with his horses. And here I cannot but drop a hint on the great folly, as well as wickedness, of being in a great rage with poor beasts, who, not having the gift of reason, cannot be moved like human creatures, with all the wicked words that are said to them. Though these dumb creatures, unhappily, having the gift of feeling, suffer as much as human creatures can do, at the cruel and unnecessary beatings given them.